Or, no, we said we're looking at Welcome, friends and families, to the 19th Annual Buckeye Online Commencement Ceremony. Students, seniors, you guys ready? This is your night. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Now for your official welcome, let me introduce you to Board Trustee, Mrs. Linda Henderson.
As a member of the Board of Directors, it is my privilege to welcome you to the Buckeye Online School for Success graduation ceremony. At any event like this, there are a lot of people to thank. First, I want to thank our good teachers and our staff. These people take their professional roles seriously and go above and beyond what anyone expects to connect our families and give your children personal attention. Secondly, I want to thank our parents. By choosing an online school for your child, you are intimately connected to your child's education. You see that he or she logs in, you keep him or her on task, and you contact the school when there is a problem. Thank you for your involvement. Finally, I want to congratulate our high school graduates. High school graduation is a wonderful achievement. However, there are many more mountains to climb. Whether you go into the workforce or join the armed services or go to a tech school or go on to college, there is a big world out there for you to discover. The board wishes you well and hopes that you succeed in whatever you attempt in life.
Good evening, parents, grandparents, relatives, and friends of this, the 19th graduating class of the Buckeye Online School for Success. And I would add the second to graduate from this venue. What a wonderful facility we have here for this evening's festivities. It's my distinct pleasure as Executive Director to offer a few words to all of those who have come here today to celebrate and recognize this year's senior class. The class of 2023 has achieved some truly noteworthy accomplishments. There are 69 graduates this year in the class of 23, and we're pleased to have 50 in attendance tonight. Thank you so much for walking in our program. There's one graduate who met the requirements and thus qualifies as an academic honor graduate. Another graduate, Trinity Chevalier, does not be able to be here tonight. This is the first high school graduate in her family of 3 generations. She has overcome many obstacles. The graduating class has accumulated 119 hours of CCP classes, that's a head start into college, and 186 hours through their high school careers. There are 6 graduating members of the National Honor Societies who will be identified by their white stoles. And speaking of that NHS, they have logged over 1,200 service hours and made 2 videos for our PBIS program for our younger students and for the school. 26% of our seniors are planning on enrolling and to attend a 4-year college, and another 4% plan on enrolling in a technical school or community college. Additionally, this year's graduating class has amassed over $255,000 in scholarships over the next 4 years. Very good. I would like to recognize a couple of graduates in division and ask them to stand if they are here this evening and be recognized for their effort. 3 members of this year's class have attended Voss since kindergarten to 12th grade. Willow Applegate, Cora Baldoff, and Niles. If you are here, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Finally, I would like to recognize another senior class member, Leah Miranda. Leah would stand. Was very vital to that PBIS, that's positive behavioral information and systems. And what we've been able to do with that is bring family reps, student representatives in, and Leah did an outstanding job for that. Congratulations to all of this year's senior class on these and all of their accomplishments over the past 4 years at Boss. Please join me in a well-deserved round of applause for these people. I learned a long time ago that any messages on graduation need to follow one simple rule, and that is to keep it short. And I promise you I will keep it short. But I do have a message for you. This is directed mainly toward the seniors tonight. As you sit here about to embark on your life after high school, I have reflected on the lessons in life that have affected me most and thought I would pass along a few of them. Funny thing, as I started to list them, the number began to grow larger and larger, and considering time constraints, I will be brief with those. Before I claim these to be my thoughts only, I would like to credit a favorite author of mine, Hop Urban, for his special input. So here we go on some of life's greatest lessons. Number one, we live by choice, not by chance. It wasn't our choice to be born into this world. It's not our choice that someday we're going to leave this world. However, the period between the one we call life presents us with countless challenges. Many of these choices will determine the quality of our lives. Here's what I consider to be our most important choices. You're free to choose how much you learn. You're free to choose your values. You're free to choose how to treat other people. You're free to choose what you'll accomplish in your lifetime. And most importantly, you're free to choose your attitude, probably the most important choice. A second lesson is being thankful as a habit, and possibly the best one that you'll ever have. Too many times we're not appreciative of the things that we have and must too often spend too much time thinking and not thanking enough. Here are 5 things I believe you should be thankful for. Special people in your lives, freedom of choice, boundless opportunities in front of you, your education and learning, and the quality of life. Remember, it is not how much we have, but how much we enjoy. Third life lesson, good people build their lives on foundations of respect. Treat other people exactly as you would like to be treated is one of the golden rules that we learn early on, and is critical in the concept of respect. Good people have a deep respect on which the foundation that their lives are built on. Here are 4 pillars to build on those respects. Manners. Without good manners, society becomes impossible. Language. A person's words will always express what has been treasured in their heart. Honoring the rules. Obeying the rules means we want to play fair, which in turn means life will be simpler and more peaceful. And finally, appreciating differences. We reap what we sow. Therefore, our rewards in life will always be proportional to the amount of consideration that we show to others. Fourth lesson, no one else can raise your self-esteem. It has been said that self-esteem is the reputation that you have with yourself. That being said, here are 4 things to do to never worry about yours. Be kind, be honorable, be productive, and be positive. I have given you a lot of ideas about life lessons, but here's the top choice. Be a good person. One of the most common mistakes that we make is to overlook the simple truth that being good is the value necessary to bring order and give meaning to our lives. Here's why that's so important. There's a lot more good in people than there is bad. We need to get in the habit of looking for what's good in others, and it feels good to make someone else feel good. I hope these brief lessons from life that I have relayed to you struck a chord with you in some small way. So as I conclude my address to the graduating class, let me say once again, what an honor and privilege it is to serve the students of our school in some small way, and I wish you continued success. As you go forward, use the experiences you have gained so far throughout your schooling to the best of your ability. Enjoy your accomplishments and achievements, and prepare for tomorrow's challenges. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I say congratulations and best wishes to the class of 2023. One more thing that I take great pleasure in. I would like to bring our 2 student speakers up. Leah Miranda and Mac Myers, please come up to the podium.
begin by welcoming all of the graduates, families, friends, teachers, and our staff. Many of us sitting in this room today might be just numb to the event happening before our eyes. Many of us sit here feeling anxious, maybe excited, nervous, or nothing. Nothing as we put on our caps and gowns. Nothing as we sit in the audience waiting for us to cross the stage. Nothing as you listen, yet you might just be feeling everything all at once. Today is a day of celebration, but in the minds of many, today is also a day of remembrance. We all sit here today remembering the first day we sat down at school. For us, school was at the tip of our fingers, where we simply pressed a button and we were present. Yet, as simple as school seemed, it let us endure a lot of hardships. No matter whether online or in person, we faced a lot of wars. For some are wrong, I call it the socialization war. I remember this when I first entered Boss and thought I had never made friends. Not because I didn't want to, but simply because our school was over a spring. Thankfully, we can stand here today either having friends or making new ones before we head out those doors. That war is over, and I made many fond friends today as we sit here. And walking out those doors is a little more painful than it seems. I'm sure some of us will depart with a smile on our faces. Some of us might have tears in our eyes. But whether any of this is true, we cannot shy from the real truth of what happened here. This day and our previous adventures through education will always have an imprint on us. This is because school is more than learning an equation where it's indent and paragraph. It's an experience where we learn the world and ourselves. Through the years of Boss we have spent, whether short or long, the real lesson here is who we are. I learned that I'm a nerd. I enjoy teaching my family spontaneous words, like phalanges, that I got from Miss Westhead, from anatomy and biology, laughing over a classic algebra joke, and constantly reading even after school was over. But it's more than that. It's more than learning some scientific word. It's learning how these words impact us. The generation that sits before me today can now say so many things we have encountered through the years of growing up. We have learned that it isn't about good grades or knowing the answer. It's about our character. Many of us, whether silent or spoken, have shown our personality and we have grown it. We have learned to treat others with respect. We have learned to push through the darkest times to be in the light. We have learned to push through those dark tunnels to now be in this light. We have learned that who we are is enough. We are capable of things we never thought we could do. Like becoming a new chef wasn't my plan. The vice president, at least. I never thought I could do anything like it. I never thought for a moment I'd be standing here making this speech. And I never thought for a moment I would come to love school and find who I am. I'm proud to say I did all those things. And I hope each and every one of us can look at our past and say I'm proud. But if we can't, remember it's okay. It's okay to say just, I learned. And make today a day we can say I'm proud by walking across the stage and taking your diplomas. The sheet of paper we will receive is nothing but evidence written down saying that we did it. But we can all say we did it without the paper. We went through elementary school learning ABCs. We've gone through middle school learning long division. We went through high school learning how somehow those letters and numbers combine to make algebra. But most importantly, through those stages, we've grown up. We all sitting here today are no longer kids. This news may be sad and shocking because sitting here today, we all cannot grasp how fast these years went by and how tedious it all felt. It seemed like only yesterday was the beginning, yet today is not the end. It's not the end, but it is a new chapter. We now are turning our page as we turn our tassels, imagining how long ago we used to turn our pages in our notebooks to write down an equation. We now are sitting in a seat, listening to somebody teach us, yet every day we did out in the comfort in our own homes. We have our own story to tell in those notebooks now. So if I were you, when you go home, I wouldn't throw them away, because those memories will still carry on with us. The past is more important than we think. because many of our heads are really stuck in the future. Questions like, what happens next? What college will I go to? What job will I have? And why would this lecture be over? All these questions are valid, but our answers rely on our history. Before taking these next steps, we have gone through good and bad. Bullying, happiness, a bad grade, good class time, a bad day, a good night, a sick day, probably a fun one, tears and pain, now celebration and smiles. It isn't about who we will be, it's about who we are. And today, we are graduates. We are amazing people. We are learners. We are hope, and we are a change. Let's remember that what got us here was us only. Yes, we may have had some help, but nobody else could have made an action to force us here. In the words of Timothy Chalamet, we can be the master of our fate. We can be the captain of our soul. But we have to realize life is coming from us and not at us, and that takes time. We made the effort, and today is our reward. Please seize it and don't let it go. Congratulations to the class of 2023, and thank you all for a lifetime full of memories. As I close up, I will now like to invite my fellow best friend, and devoted president of the National Honor Society to the podium, McKenna Myers.
Hello, everyone. It's so nice to meet you all, many of you for the first time in person. Alrighty. Today, as we stand on the cusp of a new chapter in our lives, I am honored to address you all as this year's president of the National Honor Society at Buckeye Online School for Success. My past 3 years at BOSS have been unforgettable. I would not have had the amazing opportunities I have been granted if I had not transferred to this school. And I am so grateful for everyone who has helped and watched me grow as a person during my time here. As my wonderful best friend and Vice President Leah put it so precisely, graduation is a time for celebration, but it is also a time for reflection and anticipation. I will never be sure how many of you expected to make it to this day, how many of you thought it was so far away with such little time left. But know if you had those thoughts, I'm right by your side. I'm acutely aware of the pressures and challenges that many of my fellow classmates face, both in and outside of the classroom. The journey to graduation is not always an easy one, and there are many obstacles that can stand in the way of success. I know that some of you may have doubted whether you would make it to this day, just as I have. Perhaps you faced personal struggles, academic challenges, or other obstacles that made you question whether graduation was within reach. But regardless of your journey, you have shown resilience, perseverance, and strength in the face of adversity. You made it here today, whether you are in this room or at home joining us online. We are here. We have accomplished so much during our time here, and it is what we do with this foundation that will define our futures. Looking ahead, I see a future filled with incredible opportunities and challenges. We live in a world that is rapidly changing, and we are the generation that grew up with technology transforming every aspect of our lives. In the coming years, we will be called upon to navigate this changing landscape with intelligence, perseverance, and most importantly, compassion. As graduates, we have already demonstrated our commitment to excellence and our ability to meet challenges head-on. But the future will demand even more from us. It will require us to think creatively, to communicate effectively, and to collaborate with people from diverse cultures and backgrounds. In the years to come, we will face significant challenges as a society. We will grapple with issues like mental health, climate change, social justice, and economic inequality. But I believe that we are uniquely equipped to tackle these challenges. We are the best and brightest of our generation, and we have the power to affect change in ways that previous generations could only dream of. As we move forward, I urge you to stay true to the values that have been taught and brought us this far. Let us continue to work hard, to be kind, and treat others with respect and dignity. Let us stay open to new ideas and new perspectives, and let us never stop learning. The support of our families, teachers, mentors, and friends has been integral to our success. Throughout our academic journey, they have been a constant source of guidance, encouragement, and love. They cheered us on when we succeeded, picked us up when we fell, and believed in us when we didn't believe in ourselves. Some of them have even proven to us through their kindness and love for us, in the wise, scripted words of Emilio Estevez in The Mighty Ducks 2, that just when you think they're about to break apart, ducks fly together. They have sacrificed their time, energy, and resources to ensure that we had every opportunity to succeed in the future. We owe them a debt of gratitude that can never be fully repaid. As we move forward onto the next chapter in our lives, we will carry with us the lessons they have taught us, the memories we have shared, and the love that has sustained us. We are forever grateful for their unwavering support and encouragement, and we will strive to make them proud in all that we do. You guys will always be a part of our history. I am incredibly proud of each and every one of you. You have accomplished so much already, and I know that you will continue to make a positive impact on the world. As we move forward, I am reminded of a line from the iconic movie and Broadway production, School of Rock, "Stick it to the man." What this line means is that we should never settle for the status quo. We should always be willing to ask questions, challenge assumptions, and to push the boundaries of what is possible for ourselves. Whether we are pursuing our academic, personal, or professional goals, we should approach each challenge with boldness and compassion. By doing so, we open up ourselves to new opportunities and experiences, and we become better equipped to tackle the complexities of the world around us. So let us embrace the spirit of innovation and creativity, and let us never be afraid to make our own path. The world can be a challenging place, and there will be times when it seems like everything is working against us. But if we are true to ourselves, if we follow our hearts, and if we never lose sight of our goals, then we can achieve anything that we set our minds to. Use that pushback to push yourself forward. So, in conclusion, as we leave the ceremony and embark on the next stage of our journey, let us remember to stick it to the man in our own way. Let us be the ones who challenge the status quo, who seek out new paths, and who never back down from a challenge. Congratulations, fellow class of 2023. The future is bright, and I can't wait to see what all of us will achieve.
That's a tough act to follow. Let's give McKinley another round of applause. National Honor Society membership is one of the highest honors a student can achieve in high school. The Boss chapter of National Honor Society, along with over 25,000 chapters of schools across the nation, strives to give practical meanings to the society's standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. This year, the Boss National Honor Society, which consists of 10 members, set a goal to collectively log 1,200 community service hours. I'm proud to announce they met and exceeded that goal. Great job. NHS members graduating this year have the opportunity to apply for a scholarship for writing an essay. The National Honor Society Faculty Council proudly selected first, second, and third place entries. Would the following students please stand and be recognized for your achievements? Third place, Sophia Rivera Bittner. Sophia is awarded $50. Second place is Leah Miranda. Leah is awarded $100. In first place, Mac Myers. Mac is awarded $250. Congratulations, and please continue to be leaders amongst our society as we begin the next chapter in your lives. The next part of the ceremony is special to all of us at Voss, as we present students with memorial scholarships. We also honor former board trustees who have since passed away. William Montgomery served on the Voss Board of Trustees from 2004 to 2015 and passed away in 2020. Donald Lowe served as a board trustee from 2004 until his passing in 2010. Both men were two of the original board of trustees and helped establish and develop the Buckeye Online School for Success to where it is today. In order to honor these men, Voss has established and continues to support a scholarship in memory of both Mr. Lowe and Mr. Montgomery. Each year, interested seniors are challenged to write an essay in response to various topics. This year, students were to write an essay about how their education at Voss prepared them for the future. We hope that the recipients will carry out Mr. Montgomery and Mr. Lowe's legacy with honor. Voss is awarding 3 students with scholarships this year. As I call your name, please stand and be recognized. These recipients for the Voss Memorial Scholarships are, third place, Leah Miranda. Leah is awarded $200. Second place, Willow Applegate. Willow is awarded $300. First place, Mac Myers. Mac is awarded $500. Congratulations. Now please let me welcome Mrs. Basquette to the podium for the presentation of the graduates.
Are you guys ready? Jamie Atkins, South Euclid. Sabrina Lee Maria Aluto, Cincinnati. Cora Faith Baldock, Cincinnati. Dalton James Bate, Newton Falls. Kyle Wesley Beam, Cincinnati. Sierra Marie Beaver, East Liverpool. Dylan Lee Ray Bird, Ashland. Kayla Danielle Carmen, Leavittsburg. Jacob Lloyd Clark, Salem. Jaden Devin Click, East Liverpool. Sophia Dawn Kaufman, Mansfield. Christopher James Combs, Hanoverton. Bryce Matthew Davis, Shadyside. Chandler Justin Eagleson, Marblehead. Justin Scott Iyer, Harrison. Jacob Geckel, Cloverdale. Kirsten Ruth Goodrich, West Jefferson. Hope Sean Grohl, Pierpont. Gianna Ray Guerrero, Columbiana. Freya Zavanya Hanshaw, Martins Ferry. Jessica Lynn Henderson, Shadyside. Jade Hopkins, Canal Winchester. Sierra Renee Huff, Marysville. Skylar Jones, Gerard. Shawnice Knott, Fremont. Christopher Jace Lander, Olmsted Falls. Jack Matthias, Belmont. Joseph Scott Medlong, Parma. Leah Miranda Campbell. Mac Myers, Garrettsville. Angelina C. Nitschke, Canfield. Angelina Popudnik, Parma. Elena Rose Quinlan, Xenia. Mercedes Reardon, East Liverpool. Sophia Ann Rivera Bittner, Lakewood. Jacob Paul Roberts Britton, Columbiana. Carmen Sanchez, East Liverpool. Dallas John Sapusic, Youngstown. Tanashia Katrina Ann Smith, Worcester. Joshua Taylor, Marblehead. Amanda Marie T, Parma. Gloria Trachik, Parma. Abigail Ann Weiss, Brookfield. Shania Womack, South Newton. Madison Helen Woodrow, Maumee.
Tonight is a time for celebration. You woke up this morning as high school seniors for the last time. You will go to bed tonight as a high school graduate. You should be very proud of yourselves as your family, or as you have finally reached this milestone in your lives. I am proud of you, and I hope your family is proud of you as well. You might not realize it now, because this all likely not has sunk in just yet, but graduating high school is quite the accomplishment. It is likely the greatest achievement of your lives so far. You should be proud of yourselves, because I certainly am. My oldest daughter just completed the 8th grade. She just closed the middle school door and is about to open the high school door and start the voyage that you are just about to complete. She's nervous for high school, but she's also excited about this next chapter in her life. Middle school was tough for her as it had its ups and its downs, similar to what many of you might have experienced in middle school or even high school. My youngest daughter just finished kindergarten. She loves school and had a great kindergarten experience, but I think she was trying to close that door about a month ago. To say that she's enthusiastic about opening the door to the 1st grade would be an understatement. Both of my daughters have overcome and accomplished many things in order to get to this point of closing one door and opening the next. What's important is that they are both excited and enthusiastic about entering the next chapter of their lives. I want you to take a moment and think about all the things that you have overcome and accomplished over the last 13 years of school to get to this point. 13 years of school. It's most of your lives. Through those 13 years, you've had your ups and your downs, you've had your bumps and your bruises. You've had your laughs and you had your cries. You've overcome a lot to get here. So many special moments. And here you are now, in this moment. The moment where one door will close, another door will open. Please, whatever is on the other side of the door, approach it with excitement and enthusiasm. Now, seniors, please rise. This is the last act that you will perform as a student at the Buckeye Online School for Success. The changing of the tassel signifies the transition from being a student to being a graduate. You are a student wearing the tassel on the right. Once the tassel is moved to the left, you will no longer be a student, but a graduate. Your journey as a student will come to an end, but a new journey lies ahead of you. You will all venture down different paths, but each of your paths are yours to pave. I want you all to commit to yourselves and commit to whatever endeavor you plan to pursue. Promise yourselves to be great at whatever you do, but you cannot sit back and wait for greatness to come to you. You have to work to be great. Just like your path to this point, the path to greatness will come with its ups and its downs, its bumps and bruises, and you will laugh and you'll cry along the way. Though you're all soon-to-be high school graduates, please never quit being students. To quit being a student means that you've quit learning. Your path to greatness is dependent on your willingness to continue to learn each and every day. You probably know where this is going. As I have mentioned to you each week this past school year on the principal's announcement, for the last 2 years, if you've been here that long, lifelong learning begins anew each day. In order to be great, you must dare to stand out. Don't be afraid to take the path less traveled. Founding father Thomas Jefferson once said, "If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something that you've never done." Let me repeat that. If you want something that you've never had, you must be willing to do something that you've never done. Now, students of the class of 2023, it's time to become graduates. Please move your tassel to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Buckeye Online School for Success graduating class of 2023. Thank you all for coming. This is one of our favorite nights of the year. Please join us for refreshments in the back. Take all the pictures you want. Graduates, make sure you get your diplomas and your transcripts back in the fitting room before you leave, okay?